this week's episode of Tuesday Tea with Charlie G, I want to talk to you about being coachable. Well, it's Tuesday Tea. A barbecue. All right, anyway, hey, here's my lesson for today. We here in Ohio and many school systems and colleges all across the country are starting sports again. And many of you know I am a former coach and athlete and administrator, a former sports person. And so what we're going to talk about today is actually being coachable, right? That's one of the things that I used to try to gauge in the students and even the coaches that I would work with. How coachable are they? Do they come to us and think that they have it all figured out already? They don't. They're not going to be, taught anything. That was one of the key characteristics that I looked for in students and in coaches and those that I work with. Even now, I'm out of sports. I'm not a coach. I'm not an administrator anymore. I'm working in ministry, but I can still spot somebody who's coachable and unfortunately someone who's not coachable. You might know what I'm talking about. For me, I want to talk to you about being coachable. Being coachable is a great, humble attribute to have, right? How teachable are you? How open to new ideas or suggestions or feedback are you? Because I might submit to you today that if you're not open to that feedback, then you're limiting yourself in getting better at whatever it is that you're trying to do. Whether it be sports or life, a job, relationships, whatever it is. How coachable are you? And for me, it comes down to two things that you have control over, right? Because that's what we talk about a lot in sports. Everybody's worried about stuff that they actually can't control, like the weather. You can't control the weather. Why complain about it? Deal with it, move on, and realize that you can't control it. However, when I would coach athletes, and I want them to be coachable, right? I would talk to them about what they can control. And so when we are coachable, we're gonna think about control. Who's in control? And so if I'm being coachable, I can realize the things that I can't control, and I need to control and focus on the things that I can control. And I want to give you two of those things today, not just for sports people, but I think this plays out in my life. Hopefully it'll play out with yours too. There are two things that you can control in this life. If you've hung around me at all, you know exactly where I'm headed with this. You can control your attitude, and you can control how hard you work. Those things you can control. Now, how somebody responds, what they're going to think of you, the weather, the situation, other circumstances, you may not have any control over those things at all. But you do have control over these two things. And so here's what I want to speak to you today. Many of us work within an organization. Right? You might be a young athlete right now, or you may be a coach, or you may be, you may be a worker at a job, but you are within an organization. And I want to encourage you today that you can be coachable by controlling what you can control. In that situation, in your job, on the team, in the daily life of whatever you're doing. Check your attitude, okay? And I want to talk to you about that in a second. And how hard, how diligent am I being in what I got to take care of, right? So the aspects of attitude that I really want you to think about are your thoughts, right? And maybe your facts and your feelings. These are all aspects of your attitude, right? So what am I thinking? What's actually true, and how does that make me feel? Now, I don't want to blow all these up and start talking to you. I only have a couple minutes with you here. But that's the things that really affect my attitude, right? And I want you to be thankful for what you have and what you can control. Now, on the other side, how disciplined are you? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Right? Are you training the way you're supposed to be training? Are you eating the way you're supposed to be eating? Are you taking good care of your legs and your feet and your body? You know, if you're an athlete, you know how to do those things. Don't come to me when you're hurt because you didn't take care of yourself, right? So athletes, if you're starting your practices this week, you're going to be a little sore. Take good care of yourself. Do what you can do. Have a good attitude and be coachable when you go to the team, right? Now, if you're working, are you disciplined? Did you take the time to think about what it is that you're expected to do and do it? That's it. Do what you can do. Think the way you know you ought to think and be coachable, be humble, be teachable in life. Sometimes that's a key that opens up locks. I will tell you, I have learned this from both sides. Right? I've been an athlete. I've been a coach. I've been a worker. I work together with people today, and I want to be coachable. I want to be told the truth, and I want to get better, a little bit better every day. Isn't that fun? Hey, share this with somebody. If you are a coach or a mentor, maybe you're a teacher, you're getting ready to start school, I want you to remember these things, try to model a coachable spirit, and you will have a great fall. I hope you have a great week. I'm going to actually play for you my little growler again, and we're going to wish you the best this week. Be coachable, be teachable, have a teachable and coachable, humble spirit. Well, it's Tuesday tea with Charlie G. Spend some time with me, tell me what you see. We'll have encouraging lessons, counting all of our blessings. It's Tuesday with Charlie. Yeah, that's me. Go make it a great day, everybody.